congrats to King Promise. Of course, Shatta gave him a prophecy that he was going to win the Artist of the Year, and it has come to pass.
Wale music.
At the next security gate, there is a camera indirectly taking like your image. Just like when you are going to maybe any of the immigration services at the airport, they check your passport and they'll make you stand at a place, then they take an image of you. It is the same thing. So whilst you are scanning, the camera automatically captures your image. And I think it was wild for me. It was beautiful. It made the process simple. Unlike previous events where you go in long queue, everybody's in, push and pull here and there. No. You go and retrieve your ticket, you walk some little bit of distance, you come and scan your thing, you enter. There was none of this place that I encountered any crowd. It was smooth running like that. Then, smooth, you enter. The only thing I want to say is that maybe whilst about entering, they should have done some detailed security check based on precedents where someone put a gun in the auditorium, and I'm talking about Stonebwoy here, where Stonebwoy put a gun in the auditorium. I was expecting that they had that in mind, that whoever is entering, they will do some deep security check on you. But unfortunately, that was not done. The moment you get your thing scanned, you go there and you show it to them and you enter. Nobody checks anything again. I think that was one off thing. At least they should have gotten then security detectors, then metal detectors thing, so that your bag, your body, to know you don't have any material that can be used as a weapon. That one they did not do it, so a little minus there. Now let's get inside. We finished with everything outside. Because we did not go to red carpet, we will talk about that in brief in one other point. But I did not go on the red carpet, so I did not know how the setup on the red carpet was. I went straight to the auditorium. So I've entered. Now, when I entered, I was having a VIP ticket. When I entered, I realized that, okay, they have made 3 demarcations of the seatings. The first one, which is in front of the stage, artists, nominees, awards presenters, that was the VVIP setup, or that was the VVIP place. So over there were the artists, the nominees, there were the performers, they were the awards presenters. All of them were at, and they all had barricades between them. So after the first one, where the artists, the awards presenters, the sponsors, and all those important people with regards to the event they were the first one. That is the VVIP, followed by the VIP, where I was seated. So I was in the middle position, and then behind me, another barricade like this, and then you go to maybe the popular stand, as many will call it. So that was how the seating arrangement was done. The VVIP, the VIP, and then the popular stand. That was how it was done. 3 demarcations like that. And once again, I think it was well done because there wasn't no confusion. You know, sometimes when you put some popular stand people at some places, the noise becomes too much. They will be standing before you and you would not even see. This time around, even the bloggers were in the some of the media people were in the VIP because I'm sure they did not want them to be running around recording with their phones. So they were. I remember where I was seated, there was Nkonkonsan, there was Samike. Most of the bloggers were on that particular row or seat as well. And shout out to Osibo as well. Osibo was also part of the people who were sitting around, chit-chatting, having fun and all. And then it was good to me. I think that setup was good. At least the awards presenters, the artists, let them have their room to operate freely without any disturbances from anywhere. The VIPs and then the popular stand. I think that was done. Now, let's talk about stage as well. I think their stage was cool. Big enough to do whatever you want to do. Yeah, very colorful. I think it was good. I like what I saw. Everything there, the light, the design, the color blend. I don't know about TV. You know, sometimes when you are watching from the auditorium, and how they appear on TV, they might not be the same, all right. But what I saw in the auditorium, I think I loved it. It was cool, and I want to commend the organizers for giving us a very beautiful stage setup. I saw one gentleman there, I think his name is Timothy something. He looks like this American actor and Will Smith. Yeah, some people call him Will Smith. Look like Timothy or whatever. I've forgotten his name. I'll check one day and let you know. He was there, and I know some of these designs. He has always been the brain behind it. So, whilst I was entering, I saw him, so I knew he played a part in there. So, stage setup was solid. I loved it. Now, let's move on to the third point: light and sound. Sound was absolute. Like, it was so sweet in there. The sound, it was so sweet when MCs were talking, when musicians were singing. The sound there, 100%. I don't remember at a point that the sound went bad. I think the only hitches I could talk about would be maybe sometimes when some people are passing, you hear some feedback, small. That came around. I think whoever was there or even on TV, you might have heard some feedback, but apart from that, the sound was perfect, like clarity, bass, everything was just popping, and that was cool. And light in the auditorium too was fine. When they have to switch on to the MCs of the stage, they have their spotlight. When they have to even put the spotlight only on the awards presenters and the recipients, it was there. When it comes to the stage, it was there. When it comes to putting light in the auditorium to have the crowd, it was there. I think they were able to manage light well as well. And again, I think I'll give it to them when it comes to light and sound. Now, let's move on to point 4, red carpet. Like I said, I did not appear on the red carpet myself. Of course, I'm not sure I've done that since I started going to the scheme. When I go to such events, red carpet is not my thing. So I swerved to the red carpet. But later, in the auditorium and outside the auditorium, I saw some videos, I saw some photos. I still remember the caution or the warning the organizers put out that they want to streamline red carpet activities so that not everybody may be a part of it or not everybody can be a part of it. I realized I was there and I saw some 1 or 2 photos. Whether you like it, the red carpet will still produce some materials. Whether you like it, the red carpet will produce some material. So when I was seeing those ones, I was not shocked. I saw some lady be with some popping out breast be. Hey, that lady, then she mean wow. Some soft breast be walking all over. Have you seen that? You guys have to check it out. I don't know who she was because I'm not sure she's an artist. I don't know whether she's a designer or whatever, but I saw her walking all over with some pop-out breasts, be very soft. And Charlie, she was all over. Who was my best dressed? Do I even have one? Just that some people caught my attention, like Ochiame Kwame. I've heard some people calling him a pharaoh, but Jimmy Mook. Yes, Ochiame Kwame looked unique. I saw one of the young dancers as well. He also looked some way. In fact, many people came with different appearances. Just that I realized that this time the organizers were paying attention to the young ones, aka the Gen Zs who were all over the stage showing their stuff. And most of them came with something unique though. When it comes to red carpet, it's about being unique. It's not about what is nice. Because what is nice is only limited to the guy who is wearing it. It might not be nice to you, but to the one who is wearing it, he thinks it is nice enough. So yes, red carpet I think was okay. Maybe separating it from the main auditorium also gave way to the freedom at which we all enjoyed walking to the auditorium. I want to believe, because if they had done it right at the entrance, then you come and the crowd is too much. So many people walking helter-skelter. Sometimes you don't even know what they are doing. So I want to believe separating the red carpet, taking it to the conference center foyer, and making that place lively and easy to walk through. I think it was okay. So I want to believe the organizers achieved whatever aim they wanted to achieve with their separation of red carpet from that space. Now, let's move on to the next point, which is awards winners. Awards winners. Do I have some problems with awards winners? Which one? I'm not sure. Yeah, I think it was fair. I think it was fair. Because like they say, everybody who is a nominee is a potential winner. Everybody who is a nominee is a potential winner, like they keep saying. You just have to play your game right, do publicity, play the politics, and you are good. So far, to me, looking at those who won the awards, I think it was fair. I'm not too sure which one that came as a shocker to me. Even if it came as a shocker to me, it was because maybe I was not into that person, and that does not mean the person did not deserve it. Especially King Promise winning the Artist of the Year. Nobody expected less. Maybe if that one had swerved, then I would say I have a big problem with the award winners. But with that going to him and winning it hands down, it was obvious. At a point, I realized King Paluta had 3 awards, Stonebwoy had 3 awards, King Promise had 3 awards. At that time, it was becoming dicey that, hey, wow, is it crazy like that? So who is going to break the tie? And definitely, King Promise came through. I don't know if the organizers really sat down to plan the distribution of the awards in a way that everybody will go home satisfied. Yeah, the awards there, I think it was fairly distributed. You can have less problems. Even out there, I'm not hearing people talk about, oh, nah, this one did not deserve it, this one did not deserve it. I think it was fairly done, and that should be fine. Now, let's move on to performances. Yeah, it is one area that has always seen some issues here and there. I think IEC opened the performance. I was there, and big ups to IEC. That guy, his vocal delivery is on point. Just that I read his story, or we reviewed his story here not long ago, where he said he is not doing music for the money, but he's doing it for the love or whatever it is. Well, I still disagree with him on that. The way he is good as a musician, his expertise in delivery and all that, please add the money and you'll be fine. I see. Add the money, you'll be fine. And Tuga help me. Who else came after IC? I think not in that order, but we can just mention the performances. So after IC, then we had the Osibisa kind of performance, the young ladies, Adina, Titi Owusu, and another lady like that. I think they also gave a good account of themselves. Their vocal delivery was on point. Their performance was great and all. And there was the Yasapon performance by Itiwa and Tiwa. I'm talking about the guys who even sang. There was one guy that I know so much. Francis. Yes, Fransamu and another guy like that. Fransamu. They also did well. Of course, Tiwa's voice there, unique. Unadulterated voice. Every day she stands out. That was also a very good performance. Then Empress Gifty. I think Empress Gifty also gave a good account of herself. When it comes to the gospel guys, when it comes to vocal delivery, they don't disappoint. And Empress did it. I only think that maybe her arrangement of songs could have been a little better next time. But she did well. Being on the stage, the delivery was on point, her costume, everything was spot on. So no wonder she also won the traditional gospel song of the year. And she was also my tip to win that category, and she won it without any offense to anybody at all. Then there was Stonebwoy's performance. To me, if you ask me, I think I'll give my best performance on the night to Stonebwoy. Yeah, if you ask me, I'll give my best performance on the night to Stonebwoy. Though the rest of the people also did well, but it was obvious Stonebwoy was in control. Some of them, their performance was on and off. For instance, Kiddy. I did not understand why on an awards night, Kiddy will perform and one song before she started. No, you couldn't have done that. You killed the momentum. So if you watch Kiddy's performance, not many people were up. Everybody was just sitting there. It's an awards show. Like, do the arrangement in such a way that it is pam, 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 pam. Don't start, end it, then you start again, then you end it. No, you couldn't have given us a good performance like that. I think in all, Kiddy also gave a good account of himself. Just that I think he could have done better. King Paluta also came in with some style. The live rap he did on that stage was spot on. Where many people think, oh, now King Paluta is not rapping. He came on a stage and rapping to the band. That was spot on. I think I enjoyed King Paluta's performance. And Fameye, Yeah, I believe people have heard familiar telling the dancers and the choreographers, now mo gusu that form where they mo sorry ya pon mo die. Yeah, familiar was also not bad. He gave a good account of himself, and it was a good performance as well. Yes, King Promise also did well. Just that I think there was something missing in King Promise's performance. Maybe once again the switches. You see, sometimes the switch, how you are able to do the transitioning so that we don't feel like okay, we are best starting from. Because King Promise has the songs, all the best songs ever that you can think about. But the transition. And it is the reason some people would not want to do this band thing in a way that will slow them out. Like bang, 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 then we go on. I think his performance was okay, but maybe the transitions failed at some points. Reason many might not be giving him high marks for his performance. And what again? Kweku Smoke, yeah. Kweku Smoke also performed. We are hearing that Kweku Smoke was sick or he wasn't well, and that his doctor even advised him that he shouldn't come and perform. Reason they cut his microphone. But when I heard that, I said, no, that is bogus. That does not make sense. If the guy was sick and he could not mount the stage at all, don't let him mount the stage. Don't let him mount the stage and put off his mic. Why? Do you know the time he was going to die? If you were scared he was going to die on the stage, did you have an idea? Because he could have died just the first 30 seconds of entry onto the stage. So why wait till at the time that he was about to finish his performance? Then you put up the mic. Everybody sees him singing, but his voice is not coming out. And later I hear Olele, I saw something Olele Salvador wrote on Facebook that, it was because Kweku Smoke was not feeling well and that the doctor advised that he did not even perform. So the organizer had to cut it. That did not make sense to me. As a matter of fact, it did not make sense to me at all. So yeah, I think in all, have I left someone out? I mentioned Empress Gift. Let me rather mention Daughters of Glory Jesus. I think they would confuse me with maintaining Stoneboy as the best performer only. Maybe I'll put the two of them. Daughters of Glory Jesus and Stoneboy. Just that they also did not start well. I don't know how. They did not start well. They started with some song B, and it felt like the band was off and they were also singing off some way. But they ended it well. Especially the high point where Cynthia was on the drums and was playing gigri. That was one of the solid high points in that performance. They also charged the crowd. They really performed well, and I loved their act as well. In all, yeah, performances were okay. Now, when it comes to awards performances, everybody tries to come with their A game because they know the world is watching and you'll be reviewed based on what you put out. It was great. No two ways about that. I think it was great. Now, I'll move on in performances. I'll move on to the next point, which will be like my 7th point. And this will be about props. Many of these artists introduced props on the stage that they did not make any use of them. Many. So during their sets, they will come and put on so many things. Maybe it was just for the optics. But even with that, I'm yet to watch on TV and on the screen to see how these optics played a role in there. But most of them, they did not even use their props. The props were nothing. To us who were watching on the stage, the props were nothing to their performances. Meanwhile, I think that if you are an artist and you're going to perform and you bring props, like every prop should make a meaning. So when there is a cross there, we should know why there is a cross there. When there is a piano there, we should know why there is a piano there. Someone, I don't know who did it, but the person put a drum set behind him and nobody played a drum set. I said, then why can't put a drum set there? Some people will put some things there, nobody use it. I saw someone put some then scooter bike or Shaminobo, then small bike some, and it was just there. Nobody did anything that. So why bring it? Just for the optics, it is not enough. At least let the props sync with the performance, so that when you move here and go and stand by the bike and you move the bike and do something, okay, no, the bike nearby, no, baby, but they were just there doing nothing. Charlie, next time allow the space to be and perform your thing. I did not like that side of it, where so many things happening on the stage and less activities happening with the things. I didn't like it. I think the person whose props, I will say, used it to the best of my knowledge was Kweku Smoke. That cage thing. Yeah, the cage thing was really, used in a way that I loved. Like he was caged and he had to break loose from that cage to come and do his thing. And it tells a story. The fact that the music industry is not easy. You have to just force and break through, break loose and start doing your thing. I saw that. I love that as well. But the bimu chale bebre mahangi dema bebre baby na omde na and also I was stage managers chum who no mu to no mu challenge easy. So me, I still think that next time, if they have to use props, they should know which one be useful for their sets. And confinement be bring me good stage. Listen to say so because at the point, some people's props were using were looking like that as a job so and our motio na muchom hosa. So most of them did not use it. Now let's move on to my number 8 point, which is audience. Yeah. There were some exciting energy in the auditorium, but the auditorium was not full. I don't know whether it was designed, whether the organizer decided to limit their ticket sales or whatever, but the auditorium was not full because, like I said, where I was seated in the VIP section, I turned my back and there were so many empty seats there. Meanwhile, they all had inscriptions, reserve seat, reserve seat, reserve. I don't know who were they. I don't know who they were for. There were so many empty seats in the auditorium. Apart from the front, that was very busy. When you come back there, it wasn't very, very, very busy like that. There are some occasions you go there and all seats are filled. You are not even getting somewhere to perch and pull. But this one, you can just go and bring everybody from anywhere and give the person seats because there were so many empty seats there. Maybe it was planned by the organizers to let it be like that so there wouldn't be so much pressure in the auditorium or otherwise. But whatever it is, the excitement from the audience in the auditorium was huge. Apart from that, it wasn't full, and that is to be noted. Now let's move on to the number 9 point, or the 9th position, which is winners present. I think this time we saw many of the award winners being present themselves to take their trophies. There was one occasion or sometimes you realize that the winners are not there. So we mentioned number 1 winner, he or she is not there. Number 2 winner, he or she is not there, and it was somewhere. But this time around, apart from Team Eternity, and maybe episode, okay, Team Eternity and episode really put out a video. So let me correct this. There are people who will not be there. They'll send out a video for you to know that, oh, okay, so they are not being there is not like a chance. It is something important, reason they are not there. An episode showed that he wasn't there when he won the Music for Good category. He did a video from his location. I think he's outside of Ghana. So he did a video from his location and sent it to the people to play. And Yasapon, though Yasapon himself was not there, Tiwa was there. Tiwa is part of Dasumafo, so I think that was a good presentation. But the main man people were looking out for was Yasapon. He wasn't there. And again, I want to believe maybe out of health matters or whatever. But Team Eternity, I know they have issues. All of us, we are waiting to hear what really the issues of Team Eternity is. Maybe performance detail. Team Eternity has issues. Remember, they even put out a press statement before the event. So we are not too sure what their issues are. But they were also not there. And one lady represented, some cute, beautiful lady represented them well, taking all the awards on their behalf. And that was cool. Dinah and Hamilton, also won one award that, well, we know Dinah does not live in Ghana. Anytime Dinah comes to the event, it means she was booked to perform and she comes to Ghana to perform from her London base. So she also won the international collaboration with Mercy Chinwo. But Dinah does not live here. So Dinah not being there does not really come as a shock. The lady once again represented, and that was how cool it was. So this time I think it was fine. Most of the award winners were there to take it themselves, and that is all. Now let me close by talking about the last point, which is about MCs and hosts. For Nashoko, I think she does not disappoint. I think for the past 3 years or so, Nashoko has been holding it down, and once again she was on point with support from the co-MCs. That is AJ Sapon, Kwoko, and Foster Romanus. So far, the many complaints I'm seeing or hearing is coming from the side of Foster Romanus, where many people think some of his jokes, either were too hot, some of his jokes did not land. But to me, I enjoyed him. If not him, the place would have been dried of some of these humor bits. Because Nashoko is not that kind of host. Nashoko does not do her hosting with humor laced words. No, she is that prompt lady. Let me go on and land it. Let me go on and land it. So it was Foster Romanus who brought that bit. Just that maybe AJ was too stiff for that segment, because I've seen many people saying, "Oh, AJ and Foster's collaboration did not really gel like that." Yeah, AJ was stiff. AJ was stiff. But once again, can you blame them? You might not be able to blame them because it's an award show. Sometimes you have to move with the script. Award shows there, you are not able to do anything just anyhow. It is scripted, highly scripted because of time. But I enjoyed Foster Romanus. His punches were spot on. All the things he brought in intermittently, they were good. And I don't know why many people do not seem to be satisfied with what he did. But again, everybody and his opinion. So, ladies and gentlemen, these are my 10 takes out of the TGMS. In all, congratulations. Congrats to King Promise. Of course, Shatta gave him a prophecy that he was going to win the Artist of the Year, and it has come to pass. So let's see what the future holds for us next year. I've already seen some people calling out or calling the name of Black Sherif to be the next Artist of the Year because of his album Iron Boy. Well, you don't know what someone has in store for the rest of the months leading to close the year. We have about 7 months to go, so it is still early yet to call someone who is going to be the Artist of the Year. But in all, we wish those who are part of the scheme well, and we pray that better things happen to them. Now they have won. Now they have gotten the trophies. What is next? That is the big question.
Yeah. This is your boy, Wale Music TV. Send subscribe my show. So wanna subscribe him. If you wanna click bell no do. Na me the video be out tomorrow. I want the first person to share. If you wanna drop a comment was so. Wale Music TV. Yes, Shatta Wale ni TV. Yeba mo Shatta Wale ni news. Na update. Everything be a friend Shatta Wale who be a once a back on the more platform me do. Into bomb more than subscribe. Next share. Na wo brother and I was system who edumede di Wale Music TV. Video be able post on ha de bia ye ba Shatta Wale. Inti say Shatta Wale no fan quoting dia blend beti good news. Blend never share, never subscribe. Na wo brother and I was system who edumede di wo dama platform me do. Video be able post on ha de bia ye ba Shatta Wale. Inti say ejiwon di there Shatta Wale fan quoting dia blend beti good news e ba Shatta Wale. Ne bomodan na share na wo brother na wo sister ohun edumede di Wale Music TV. Thank you.